So overnight, we've seen temperatures of -7 across Scotland, -6 across Cumbria, but further south, temperatures have been well in the positive digits. And that's the problem that we have. It's rain or snow on its leading edge. And this is where we're seeing most of the impacts this morning.
A major incident was declared in Cumbria. How long is this forecast to go on for?
This week it's looking really tricky because we are still in that battle zone between cold and mild, and there will be some impactful weather later on in this week. So still the risk, particularly in the north, of snow, hill snow in particular, through the next few days. But the other risk is where we've seen snow and the temperatures will recover, we'll see there was a snow thawing and therefore the risk of flooding. In fact, in the south, there's been some significant rainfall and the risk of some localized flooding here as we enter today. And then more rain on its way later on Tuesday and then Wednesday into Thursday as well. So we're not out of the woods yet, but the air towards the north remains cold and therefore there's always going to be a risk of hill snow, as I said. So impacts particularly over the higher routes in the north.
Obviously, things like flooding, they have just affect people the way that they always have. But in terms of travel disruption, have you noticed that it is actually slightly less because maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, more people would have been actually going into an office?
I think it's slightly less for lots of different reasons. I mean, we're still getting some impactful weather across the UK. And I don't commute, Asmir, so I don't know what the roads are like during, I'm very lucky to say that. But the problem is those hazards will always remain out there. And so if you're, driving over the Pennines today, you could run into rain and then elevation snow, similar across the Cumbrian fells. So there's lots of riskiness out there, and including, as you said earlier, the risk of ice as well, where we've seen temperatures fall as the rain has cleared. So in terms of impacts, they are always going to remain across the UK, particularly through winter time, because we get weather coming in from every direction, whether it's wet in the west or whether it comes in from the north, which it has over the last 7 or 8 days, and that northerly sort of Arctic blast causing real problems on the roads with ice and snow.